Hello everyone. I am once again doing some tutorials for complex crashers on Tabletop Simulator. If you'd want to look at the cards and play the game yourself, there is it is in the Steam Workshop and it's called just Complex Crashers. If you type that in, you'll find it. Today, we're going to be going over the qualities on the cards. These are similar to keywords and little under text that impacts the cards greatly. We're going to be going down through the line and going over them hopefully shortly, smoothly, and cleanly. First, we have armor piercing. Armor piercing means that if I were to roll 4 dice against a target, in this case, with 5 armor, and I roll 3 5s and a 2, because of the armor piercing 1, the 3 5s would hit and the 2 would not. Think of it as the armor of the opposing target was minused by 1. So in this case, a 5 armor target would have 4 armor. The next quality I'm going to be looking at is burning. Burning leaves a burning tile down in whatever region you fire at through the ignite ability. The burning tile itself is a whole nother thing. If you walk into that region, you'll have to roll dice equal to the amount of burning, and if you stay in that region, you'll have to roll that many dice against you as well for how many burning tiles there are. Then a burning tile will be taken out of the region. The next quality we're going to be looking at is cloaked on the assassin card for the complex manager. Cloaked essentially means that you cannot be targeted by any ranged attacks unless they are originating from the region you're standing in. So a cloaked assassin can only be hit and shot by an enemy in their region. The next quality is going to be consumable. Consumable is simply how it sounds. It is a consumable item. Once you use the ability, you have to basically chuck away the card until you get another one. The next quality is coordinated. We're going to be looking at for the Steel Rippers. Coordinated means that a move action from a Steel Ripper and any other Steel Rippers in that region can move all Steel Rippers at the same time. So if there are 5 Rippers in a room and the manager uses a move action to move one Ripper, he can choose to move all 5 Rippers instead. We're next going to be looking at Deploy Anywhere and Detector. Deploy Anywhere means that on the Complex Manager's initiative, the Complex Manager can spend charges to deploy units, and they could deploy these units anywhere in the complex that is visible. Detector means that the abilities on this unit can target cloaked enemies. That is the one exception to the Assassin's Cloaked or any other version of Cloaked. The abilities of this card can hit cloaked operatives. The next one we're going to be looking at is Enhanced Cover. Enhanced Cover gives you essentially a +1 armor up to a max of 9 armor if you are under the effects of cover. The next one we're going to be looking at is Epically Unique. First of all, you can only have one epically unique defender in your little 3x3 grid of a defender set at the start of the game for the manager. And epically unique defenders, there can only be one of them on the field, and they cannot be staged and deployed normally. They have to be staged and deployed through other means, such as the Ideologue, which is a tier 3 basic defender. Next thing we're going to be looking at is Forced. Deflect Attack has the quality Forced. This means that if the below parentheses text happens, Deflect Attack has to happen. The next quality we're going to be looking at is Fully Charged. In this case, the DX 3500 shield would be fully charged, so it would immediately get 3 tokens. And because I didn't get the tokens prepared, I had to get some other tokens just to represent the 3 charges. So fully charged means that they have to get their 3 charges first at the start of the game. The next quality we're going to be looking at is heavy only. This means that only operatives with armor 6 or armor 7 can wield these weapons. Next we're going to be looking at is ignores line of sight. Ignores line of sight, or LOS means LOS, which means line of sight, means that these abilities can target units that operatives or defenders that are not within the direct cardinal directions of north, south, east, and west. So this can go around corners and through walls. The next quality we're going to be looking at is immobile. Immobile means that this unit cannot move normally. You cannot spend move actions to move this unit. The next quality we're going to be looking at is inertial barrier. Inertial barrier means that any single dice groups that go against an enemy or unit with inertial barrier have to be 10s in order to hit. Remember, only single dice groups. If you have a dice group of 2, a combined 2 and not a fired of 2 like a jackrabbit, this will be a jackrabbit which sends single dice groups at a time with sweeping. That means, so basically yes, you have, sorry, I got a little messed up in my head for that one, my bad. But all you have to do basically to hit this properly is to use single dice groups of big combined groups that only go towards one target. We're going to be now looking at the quality of locked and loaded. Locked and loaded can be stacked with multiple locked and loaded trainings, but each level of locked and loaded gives you an extra weapon and accessory slot for your operative. The next quality we're going to be looking at is phase unstable. Phase unstable means that this unit or reactor cannot be teleported through phasing. The next quality we're going to be looking at is powers equipment. Powers equipment means that any weapons or anything in general that says if powers do this, as long as you have the mobile reactor, you may do that second option. As long as you have something that says powers equipment, you may do that second option. Our next look is the range penalty quality. Range penalty means that the farther away a target is, the effective armor of that unit is increased. So if I'm firing my shotgun at a target that is 3 tiles away from me, and they had an armor of 4 originally, because it is 3 tiles away, they would have an effective armor of 7, because 4 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 3, that 4 plus 3 is 7. So I'd have to fire and hopefully roll above a 7 to hit that target. On this card, we're going to be looking at range limit and slow reload. Range limit through quick suppression means that this can only target the tiles dependent on how much the range it is. So if it is range 0, like shotguns off the hip, I can only hit in my region. But if it's range limit 1, I can shoot in both my region and the adjacent regions around me without shooting through walls. Slow reload means that this ability, whatever ability this is under, can only be activated once per initiative. Initiative being the turns, whether it's the operative's initiative or the complex manager's initiative. The next quality we're going to be looking at is unique. Unique means that only one complex manager defender of this of this variety can be on the board at once. So there can only be one Titan on the board. The last three that we're going to look at in detail are upgrades 1 unit, upgrades 2 units, and upgrades 3 units. Upgrades 1 unit means that you could get one upgrade to spend to upgrade a unit to use their upgrade abilities. Like for instance, interns, it's a trap ability, the interns need to be upgraded in order to use it. The uh, And once the factory reactor, or any reactor in this case, is brought to the damaged state, you have to take an upgrade off of this card. An upgrade off of the upgrade. You have to minus one upgrade from your total of upgrades. This works the same for upgrades 2 units. You then have to upgrade 1 unit. And upgrades 3 units, you have to upgrade 2 units. All the upgrade units qualities work the same way. It's just depending on how many upgrade units you can have from each reactor. I'm just going to quickly go over these last 4 qualities that I could not actually find on any of the cards in the game. If they are in the game, my apologies. I must have missed them. But if you want to go find them, go look for them. We're going to go over these 4 qualities. Imposing means that I think they use it for the defenders when I read the description. But basically, any unit with imposing, if you walk into their tile, you have to stop in their tile, and if you were to phase to an opposing unit's tile, you have to phase to a tile adjacent to it, depending on who started the phase. You can also not fire past an opposing target, and you do not have line of sight to targets behind an opposing enemy. Light only is applied to the operative's weapons and cards and units and accessories. Light only means that only operatives with armor of 3 and 4 can use those cards. Mobile cover means that while having that card or while using that card's ability and such, you will benefit from the effects of cover. Superior cover means that, like normal cover, how you get +1 armor from cover normally, so with superior cover you would get double the effects of cover, so you get +2 cover. But other than these 4 qualities I could not find on cards, these are all the qualities of complex crashers. There is a whole rulebook that goes into detail on every single quality in the game. And it does go over these 4 qualities as well. I just could not find them on the cards, but if you'd like to find them yourself, go for it. But other than that, that is every quality inside of the game of Complex Crashers. So once again, I thank you for your time, and have a good day.